Yes, hello team. What's up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben. I am your instructor. I'm your guide. I'm your co-rider for this class team. And this is everyone's favorite. This is one of my favorites. They call me the Stronger Together guy because that is one of my favorite classes to teach. This is your half an hour Stronger Together on this Tuesday if you're doing this live with me team. Stronger Together is all about that sort of athletic, sort of performance-based training. It's one of our slightly more tougher classes, slightly more challenging classes, but ultimately it's slightly more rewarding as well. I hope you're very excited because we are here. Team, if you're doing that live class like Curly Q and any you're doing right now, wicked welcome. I get to see you on the leaderboard, I get to shout your name out and we get to have a bit of fun. We get to send emojis to each other as well. Obviously, if you have our premium service, you can see them the entire time. If you don't want to see those ads at the beginning and the end of the class, you can get that premium service as well. It means it's all good. Basically team, if you're doing the on-demand, welcome from the future, from the past, that way around. But I want you to jump on one of our live classes as soon as you can, because that's where I get to see you on the leaderboard, and that's where you get the most out of Motosumo. Alternatively, if you're doing this in a gym, I'm on a big team display right now. You guys can also download the app and jump on the leaderboard with us and have a bit of fun with us. We get to get interactive, we get to use those emojis, we get to chat to each other, and that is what it's all about. I also get to see where you're from, and we get to have a bit of chat about that. But the main thing we're doing here right now is riding. And it is a Stronger Together, so we want to get into it. It's only half an hour, so you want to get in, get nice and sweaty, and get out of there. Team, we got big long rounds, big chunky rounds. It's a bit of endurance and a bit of power combined into one. So let's get moving, let's get a nice little warm up in, a nice extended warm up, and then we get to get going. We start the way we always do here at Motosumo, just by moving those legs. So I want you to move those legs, and then I want you to lose every little drop of resistance you've got on your bike right now. That basically means you start moving your legs, and then you notice, yeah, that's a bit too light. So what we do is we add some resistance. So we get a bit of weight under those feet. We call that a resistance one. It's the lowest resistance you hit up in the entire class, but you should be able to feel a little bit of support under those legs, a bit of weight. That's where we all begin from. Now they're all aligned, because remember we've got different bodies, different bikes. We want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Everyone's in that resistance one. Let's put some tunes on. In 3, 2, 1. Music. That was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it? It's alright, I got the music playing. So in your resistance one team, you notice that this is nice to go fast in. Every time we add resistance, it becomes a bit harder to go fast in. It's basically adding resistance, adding new gears, getting heavier and heavier. 4 main resistances, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is the lowest, 4 is the highest. So you've got to cater them for your bodies for the moment. Resistance 4 should feel like you're cycling up the steepest hill possible. You're almost like leaning back and climbing. That's where we want to stand up, but we won't always stand up. Stronger Together, I spend a lot of it in those high resistances because if you want to become stronger, you need to get a bit of strength in there. You need to use a bit of weight under those legs, and those resistances 3 and 4 is a great way to do that too. The way we know the sort of speed you're going at is we look at your cadence meter. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, bang, that's your cadence meter. It's that little semicircle, it's that little number in the middle. You'll notice that when you speed up, that number goes up, and when you slow down, the number goes down. So I'm going to call that a sort of bracket for you to sit in. Right now, it doesn't really matter. You can be in that blue and that green, which is relatively chilled, which is, in fact, is very chilled in that resistance one. You should be able to be at this pace and this resistance for ages and ages and ages, hours. Luckily, we don't have hours. We've got limited time. So let's start picking up the pace. We're just going to have a nice little warm up, and we're going to start with a 2-minute push in resistance 1. 2 minutes lifting that pace up so we get used to a sort of push pace without as much resistance on those legs. 2 minutes on the clock. Yellow zone. I see 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lift it. Love that pace there, team. That's halfway. Amy up in that yellow zone. Stephanie, what's up? Got a nice little dream team on the board right now. On that leaderboard. Curly, no one dropping in that green zone. If anything, we should be speeding up. Lift it up for the last push. Hundreds. Curly, Amy, Stephanie, let's go. Three, two, one. Pull it back. Nice, let's just sort of play around to prove to me that you don't know how to get into that red zone. We're just gonna go for a 1:30-second effort in that red zone, in this resistance one, before then we head up into those high resistances. Ready, 30 seconds, red zone. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, Amy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In fact, let's go for that again. Because we got a drop coming up, so we don't wanna miss out on this. Ready? Let's go! Yes, Stephanie. Here we go, the 130s. Seven. 3, 2, 1. Boom. I reckon it's resistance 2 time. And what we're going to go for, we're going to start to play around with pushes during your effort. That means there's not just sort of black and white, it's not just sort of recovery and sprint. We play with something else, we play with another sort of level. So I want everyone bring it up to about 85 to 95. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is not a maximum effort push. You're just lifting that pace up. This is resistance 2 team. First time coming up into this resistance 2. Lift it. 3, 2, 1, go. Hold it. Three, 2, 1, rest. Now, as I was saying before this class started, team, I've come back with a sort of new, fresh energy. I've been away for about 2.5 weeks. And you can see I should have a nice little tan, but now it's so nice being back on the bike, I must say. I have missed it. I love teaching. I love seeing you lot. I love riding along with you lot. So we're gonna make this a fun one. Final 30-second effort before we take it out. 4, 3, lift it, 2, 1, 30 seconds only. Resistance 2, so we're hitting that sort of 110 maybe. Maybe that 100. 3, 2, 1. Rest there. Breathe. Grab a little sip of water. We're going to test out your resistance 3 and 4. We're going to have a little play around with it. Curly, curly, girly. Absolutely smashing it. And then we're going to go play with those long rounds. I promise you long rounds, so that's what we're going to get. We're just going to go for some 15-second sprints, just to sort of spike that heart rate up. Resistance 3, 15 seconds only. We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Probably hitting that 95 mark. Remember, this is resistance 3. Three, 2, 1, breathe. Now we go for a 30-second push. So it's a 15-second sprint, 15-second break, 30-second push. We do the same thing in resistance 4, then it's a long round. 30-second push, in 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1. Resistance 4. Heaviest resistance. 15-second sprint should be heading at about those 80s. It's only 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1. Second, then we get some long stuff. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, let's go. This song is called Set Me Free, if you've not guessed already. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to break through those barriers. We're trying to push through. When it gets tough, the tough gets going. On the drop, we actually get to rest. 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe. 30-second break. You lot smashing it, yes, Curly? Ten seconds, we're standing up. And we start a 10-minute round. What? Yeah, you've heard. 4, standing up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is a large majority of your working phase. And we're starting with a nice 3-minute climb out of your saddle to kick things off. So somewhere in those early 60s, maybe somewhere roughly between about 55 and 70, but anywhere around there where it feels super heavy is where you need to be. Hollowing your core out, hips hovering just over that seat, elbows tucked in, driving it up. Big thing I've sort of said recently is if you sort of pretend to be a professional cyclist, hey, some of you may be professional athletes, professional cyclists, but if you sort of pretend to be, and you like almost take the mick out of it, it actually helps, because you're like, and it looks like I'm being stupid, but you know what? You actually set yourself in that good position. Because what you think and you exaggerate it, that actually puts you in the right position. So if I'm like, look at me, I'm doing the Tour de France, I'm actually in a good position there. So that's a good way of thinking about it. Just over a minute left, and then we mix it up. We got a little drop coming up if you want to raise that pace. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, Carly, go on, Stephanie. Amy, strong on the way, double lunchtime class, love that. What's up, Tony? How you doing? 30 seconds, we're sat down, and we get to have a little bit of release. It doesn't mean we rest, not at all, but it means we're actually gonna drop it down to resistance 2, just for a minute. Ten seconds, resistance 2 for 1 minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As promised, resistance 2. So dropping down 2 resistances there. Show me some yellow zone, team. Show me some yellow zone as we settle into this. Big tune. We got a minute here. Team, this is not a break. Stephanie, Curly, let's see some yellow zone, come on. Amy, up we get. Resistance 2, remember, team. You should be able to get into that yellow zone. It's very manageable. We're only here for another 20 seconds, and you know what we're doing next? We're back up. 2-minute climb. Ten seconds, resistance 4. We stand it up again. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1, up we get. Resistance 4, 2 minutes on the clock. It's nice and heavy again. Do. What a song. Team, that's halfway in your 10-minute round. On the drop, team, I guess it's going to be a little lift up of that pace. Follow me, follow the energy, follow the song. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ready, sit it down. Minute in resistance 2, same as before. 3, 2, 1, release it. Do.
We've had this conversation, and you seem to agree with me. But when there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become
This is resistance 2 team. Let's see some yellow zone. Hey, I'm not in yellow zone. It's because I'm tired. Don't treat this as recoveries. This ain't recoveries. We're still pushing on. Nice 20. Resistance 4, 1 minute climb. Standing up. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Up we get, just 1 minute here. That's sort of my journey of the class. I had stars in my eyes. I was young and naive. And then suddenly, boom. There we go. Oh, I've definitely added more resistance this time. 25 seconds time, we're sitting down for a 2-minute power push in resistance 3. Eight seconds. Resistance 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. So somewhere in those 80s probably hit, team. Bearing in mind what we've done so far. I'm going to give you a decent break before we head into that final push. We're in that final section, team. Purple zone, boom, boom, boom. Usually you do purple zone for that final 10 minutes. I was a bit delayed in it. You got 7 minutes.
Why don't you help me?
30 seconds. Oh man. Let's go, Amy. Yo, Amy, this one's a little bit harder than that beginner class, eh? "15 seconds. You get a minute break. I'm gonna give you about a minute. 8 seconds. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Rest there. We ain't done. Oh no. And you know what? We're actually gonna recover in resistance 4. So just hold this resistance 4. Just keep those legs moving. Resistance 3, sorry. We're in resistance 3. I think it just feels like it's resistance 4 for me. Because it's heavy. So just keep them legs going super gently as we get ready to finish this off. With the one final round. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a 1 minute fast push in resistance 4. Sat down. 1 minute. We're gonna take a nice little 15-second break. And then we've got a little race coming up. So we get ready. Take it up to resistance 4 for me there, team. So this is gonna be a 1 minute fast push. Sat down. So somewhere in those 80s, by the end of this minute, we should be feeling it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this is resistance 4, remember. 30 seconds of this, push on. Push on. $15. This is probably our last song that's about to come on here. It's a big one. 3, 2, 1. Resistance 2. I don't know why I could just click then. There we go. I'll count you down. Resistance 2. Ready to finish it off? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! You have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. What was that song? I'm all of these emotions right now and feelings. Sick. Let's breathe, let's relax. That was a big one. That was a big one. My first Stronger Together back, that was a Stronger Together. That was a classic. Take a big deep breath in for me, team. Hold it. Breathe out. Let's go for that again. In. Hold it. Breathe out. Just roll all the shoulders back gently. Lean your head over to one side. Then over to the other. Leaning forward. We're going to take those arms up and over your head. Give me a little lean over to one side. Little lean over to the other side. And we're going to stand up. Push your heels down, push your hips back. Give me that little wiggle out into it. We're going to do it the other way. Little wiggle out into that. And then from there, you're going to give yourself a big round of applause to the team. Thank you so much for joining me on a tough but rewarding Stronger Together with me, Ben, with you guys. Absolutely amazing team. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to click pause and save, and if you've got that premium service, which you can get involved in with the 7-day free trial, you can check out all your stats. Also find us on social media as well, team. You've been amazing. Peace and love, team, and I'll see you very, very soon.